Let's get this thing started. Ooh, UTEP. Yeah.
You like that? You like that?
Damn, Weatherford's out. Shit. Thanks, Smo. You're the man. Commish.
Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Old school versus new school. Power and ISO versus pitch and catch. Get the athletes out in space. These two teams have contrasting styles, contrasting philosophies. One team obsessed with time of possession. The other one could care less about it. Who establishes its tempo will be a key today. Thanks for joining us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Now let's send it out to Brad and Kirk for all the action. We'll see you at the half.
Yes, sir. For the South. Wow, that kind of sounded Civil War-ish.
Opened in 1998, we're in Raymond James Stadium in the beautiful city of Tampa. And now let's head down to the coin toss, and is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coca-Cola taste and 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Edwards is lined up to kick this one off, and you can feel the thunder in the crowd as they await the start of this game. Taken from the 3-yard line.
Look at that block.
And he's tackled at the 27. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. They hand it off. He takes it right side for a good gain.
Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's get after it. More troops.
Brought down around the 33-yard line. He's tackled around the 40-yard line. He'll pick up a first down with that run from the halfback.
He took advantage of a powerful effort by his offensive line to turn that into a pretty big run.
And he makes it out to about the 41-yard line.
Is this a drive snap or is this just no huddle?
Some daylight. He's at midfield. They'll bring him down at the 47-yard line.
Nothing tentative on that run at all. He looked very determined and got the first down.
What in the world is going on here?
He's taken down around the 50-yard line.
You keep gaining negative yards, and you put yourself in a position of having to make bigger and bigger plays. Puts a lot of pressure on that quarterback.
From midfield, it's second down. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And down he goes around the 46-yard line. He flings it. Oh, boy, almost intercepted. Nice play by the defense to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, instead of going for the interception, they did the safe thing, and that was just to tip it away.
Some more water.
McPherson is the deep man awaiting the return. So this one goes into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Man, like direct snap, 4 straight, 5 straight. Crazy.
So let's see what the offense can do as they come out onto the field.
Get the ball.
And he carries the ball for a nice game.
You like that? You like that?
City.
Second down and 6.
What up, man?
Ball on the 24.
Get your ass home.
Nice run, and he's brought down.
That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
And they make the stop around the 38-yard line.
Oh, we had our first pass. I bet we overthrew about 6 of them now.
From their own 38-yard line. First down. Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Flat. I almost missed a flat. Almost missed a
He's on the run. Under heavy pressure. And they push him out right around the 40. And so it's another 3rd down upcoming here.
cat blitz right here.
Fires incomplete, knocked away.
Man, should have hit the slant. Freaking A.
Young is back awaiting the punt. He dropped it. And he's taken down at the 47.
I'll tell you, few plays in football can test your concentration like returning punts. You got to see the ball into your hands while not worrying about being hit.
This is a fun game, and I think we're going to see a lot of interesting football before it's over.
Now he's scrambling. And he's going to be sacked for a loss. The Miners have one of the most dangerous offensive weapons in the entire country under center today. This kid is really fun to watch. He's fun to watch unless you're a defensive coordinator. One thing's for sure, it's going to be a great chess match between the offensive and defensive coordinators today.
It's 2nd and 11. Ball on the 48.
Tackled outside after a nice pickup.
My man.
Passes and it's almost picked off.
Gotta hit the window.
Bird is hoping to boom this one down the
Window to
field.
get the pick. The window. Nah, man.
He drops it.
Shit.
Got to give some applause to the defense. They really came out playing strong today.
Well, you know better than me, Brad. This college football game's about emotion. And to be able to play great defense in the college game, you got to come out and play with your hair on fire. We've seen
What
that in
list
both
is
these
that?
defenses so far.
And so far, it's been totally even. In close games like this, every possession is likely to matter.
Scrambling around. Tackle around the 8-yard line. They try the right side. Runs it right. Nice pickup.
That doesn't sound good. I think. No.
Touchdown, Miners. And he hits the PAT.
Man.
Reese Davis is standing by with this
Blown
update.
up.
Reese.
Field goal attempt.
The Owls prevail by 7.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback.
And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan.
Passes it, and it's picked out of the sky. And he's taken down right around the 38-yard line.
I just don't think he saw the defender, and he threw the ball right at him. That's what happens when you focus
Right?
on one guy.
I said I
You
hit
get
my first
tunnel
pass
vision.
and I'll miss my next 6.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Texas El Paso is up 7. Got it and brought down immediately. Throws quickly and it's almost intercepted.
I love to see a confident quarterback, but you don't want to just go back there and put blind pace into your throws. You need a little bit more time to evaluate the coverage before you release the football.
So it's 3rd down now, and they're going to need about 4. He wants it all, going long. He scores. What a play.
You gotta start off slow as shit. Get down.
He makes the PAT. A short three-play, 38-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one. Offense comes back out looking to improve from their last effort.
He's got a lot of time to forget about that last pick. He's just got to stick to the game plan.
Rawls, the ball carrier, and he makes it out to about the 27-yard line.
That's that block.
From their own 27-yard line. Second down. Incomplete. And that wasn't the greatest pass in the world.
Well, I don't know how anybody can throw a great pass while getting drilled like that.
A quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. And he's tackled around the 42-yard line. They brought the house on that one.
And this kid shows a lot of poise and moxie in the pocket. He knew he was going to get hit, but he hung in there and delivered the ball with accuracy.
From their own 42-yard line. First down. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. He just blew past the blockers and dragged the quarterback down.
Boy, excellent play by the defense here. A few extra seconds, and those receivers might have been open.
Throws in the middle. Tackle made right around the 42-yard line. And we've reached the end of one. 14-0, Miners. Welcome back here. We resume action now here in the second quarter. Once and all, going deep. Missed him. Boy, would he like to have that one back.
Yeah, you're right. This offense relies so much on timing, and as you saw there, when their timing gets knocked off, they have a tough time connecting on plays like this.
Morton to punt. Punts away. This one's like a line drive. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun, 5 wide receivers. Williams on the give. He tackles him for a loss. The offense couldn't get those linemen blocked, and they'll lose yards.
Well, here the defensive lineman did a great job at sealing up the hole at the line of scrimmage.
It's second down, 12 to go. Ball on their own 18. And he's tackled after positive yardage. That's good for a gain of 4 yards. Third down. Brought down right around the 24-yard line. Well, they tried to keep it on the ground for the first down.
You know, Brad, here the defense just steps up and makes a play, stopping them and bringing up 4th down.
McPherson will be the return man.
Please catch it.
McPherson fields it at the 39. He's tackled at the 49-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Receiving team.
I'd rather see holding all the time instead of clipping.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
From their own 34-yard line, it's first down. They come out in a 5-wide set.
You know, the quarterback that time took a big-time major chance by putting that ball up into coverage. Now, the receiver made the play. They get a first down. But if you're a quarterback, you want to be very, very selective and very careful on how many chances you're willing to take.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts. Quick pass, intercepted. Here's an opening. He's tackled
Around the 29-yard line.
We're going to find out what kind of character this football team has. I mean, I thought they had a chance to get back into this game. Now this big interception, let's find out what kind of fight and character they have to try to get back in the game.
Got an opening. Inside the 10. He can't be tackled. Touchdown, UTEP.
Hurts. All right, well, there we go. Typical
The extra point. Texas El Paso to kick. He really got a hold of that kick. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Bulls know, I think, that at some point they just have to do what they do, even if it's not working right now. If they can get it going in the second half, it should really improve the ball game and the offense.
Well, the offensive line, I think, also has to be accountable here. We look so much to our star players, and we always want them to put up big numbers. But to me, the two go hand in hand. When a running back's going to have a great game, the offensive line deserves some credit. When a running back's struggling, you got to look at that offensive line and say, fellas, you got to help me out. We're not going to change or deviate from this game plan. We need to be able to change this game around, and it starts up front with the offensive line.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on their own 43. And they get the sack.
This quarterback has to do a better job of avoiding the rush, because sacks can be real drive killers.
They bring him down.
Boy, Brad, that was a big...
Dude, that defensive tackle is eating our lunch.
On the quarterback. I'm going to be interested to see how he responds from this hit and whether or not he comes after his offensive lineman and challenges them to start playing a little bit better.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long. They'll spread the field here. Let's see what the defense does with a 5-wide outlook. He scrambles. He lets it fly. And they couldn't hook up on that one.
Great job by the defense at getting after that quarterback. And right now, I think they've got him with some happy feet. He appears to be a bit rattled.
Young is back deep to return the punt. And he can't hang on to the ball. Tackle made at the 49.
It's still only the second quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout.
Fakes to the back. Good protection, and now he's on the run. And he can't get away from the pressure. So it's 2nd down and 13 yards to go following that quarterback sack. down at the 43-yard line.
Whatever. It's trash.
He's taken down around the 35-yard line.
First down.
Got some open field. Spectacular play, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a 29 on the way. That makes it 1st and goal.
And down he goes around the 5-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings him 2nd and goal.
They're at the 5. It's 2nd down.
Almost got off for that.
And they make the stop right around the 4-yard line.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
You like that? You like that?
He's wrapped up for the sack.
Thanks, man.
They'll line up for the field goal, and this is nothing more than a chip shot.
Thanks, man.
Kicks up, and it's good. Looks like they're ready for the kick. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10, heading for the corner, and he's hammered down. Things are on the verge of getting out of hand before we even hit the half. These next few drives are going to go a long way in determining what kind of game this will end up being. Hit as he threw, and he completes it. He might have a chance. Down the sideline. He's all the way. Touchdown.
They looked awesome on that play. A well-thrown football and a great effort to get the ball into the end zone.
Can we get a 3 now or something here?
And he converts the extra point.
Played 2 for the half.
Edwards has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Brought down at the 30-yard line. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. It's still only the 2nd quarter. We've got a lot of football left, but I got to say, this one is teetering on the brink of a blowout. Scrambling around, and he's going to be... We're at the 1-minute mark, first half.
right around the 8-yard line.
The Bulls will use their first time out of the half. The halfback just couldn't get back to the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1. He's knocked out of bounds right around the 20.
That's close. Really close. Almost broke that.
Bird awaits the snap. He's taken down at the 48. And for Jordan,
He's been making his presence felt.
But when you have a defensive lineman that's able to control the football game from the inside, it forces the offense to have to account for him on every single play. I think it has a lot to do with the way they're pressuring the quarterback. They're just doing a great job as a unit and not allowing this quarterback to get into any rhythm.
And that one's incomplete.
Oh, gosh.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 48. Deep ball, got a man. What a play, and that'll set up a 1st and goal. First down. Big opportunity to score here inside the 5. It's 1st down and goal. They're crowding that line of scrimmage. They'll work the left side. Touchdown.
There we go. We work it.
And he hits the PAT.
It was a quick 3-play, 49-yard drive, and a touchdown's a result.
They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's to the 20. Flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
So they'll move back after that costly penalty, and they'll have to try to get that yardage back here.
Well, the guys are chomping at the bit down there, waiting for the game to start back up.
Screen.
Has some daylight. He's out to the 30. The 50. Inside the 30. And he's taken down at the 18.
He's at 100 yards rushing for the day.
And that is a great half. He's a very athletic quarterback, and he's showing it today.
So with the half ending, they're just going to try to put 3 points up on the board. The kick is up, and it is good. I have a feeling this ball is going nowhere near the return man with this kickoff, most likely to end the half. He's to the 10. Tackle at the 24. We've played a half. The Miners lead 27-14. All right, Reese and David, welcome back, everybody. Just about set to start the second half. Excellent kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
There's got to be some sense of urgency to this offense right now. They don't have the luxury of wasting drives if they want to get back in the game.
Taken down as he works the left for a nice game.
Called a gain of 6 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
So it's 2nd down now, and they need about 4 yards to pick up the first. He lets it fly. Inside the 30. He got it! And a huge touchdown play. And for Green, his receiving yardage totals all season have been off the charts.
Over the course of an entire year, you're going to take some shots when you catch as many passes as he does. But he's always been able to bounce back for more yards.
And he tacks on the extra point. A short 2-play, 75-yard drive. And they put up 7 points.
Well, Brad, right now this... And they also took advantage of some mistakes there by the defense.
So the score now, 27-21. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He'll return it from the 3. He got hit hard. So now both teams come trotting back out onto the field. Texas El Paso is up by 6. Here's the halfback. He fights forward to about the 23. The running back gets a yard, maybe less. Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds. There's a flag down, and this most likely is going to be on the defense. They'll give this one another try after the flag.
And on 3rd down, too. That's when you don't want those kind of things to happen.
So with the penalty, they've got 3rd and a mile. Tackle made the 17-yard line.
Play it safe.
McPherson, the return man. Makes it out to maybe the 40-yard line.
The last time out, they were able to pick up big chunks of yards through the air. You wonder if they'll go back to that same strategy, or will they start to lean a little bit more on their ground game?
He's at the 30. He's at the 20. The 10. The ball is loose. It's recovered. They work hard, and they got the turnover.
This is what it's all about. Defense taking advantage of an opportunity. They're pouncing on the loose ball.
The quarterback leads the offense back out onto the field as we get set to resume play. Texas El Paso with a 6-point lead. And he's tackled at the 15-yard line.
Always late. Slants.
Now he tries to buy some time, and he's going to come up with a sack. Takes it out to about the 17-yard line.
Gain of 2 yards.
I even slid the blitz that way.
Brought down around the 15-yard line.
Could I have that play last?
Second down at 12. Ball on the 15. They go with him again, and he'll be taken down behind the line. They come out in a 5-wide set. Throws in a hurry. Makes the grab and steps out right away. Kirk, you and I have talked to the coaches. We've talked to his teammates. Everybody says this kid's a real deal. We're about ready to find out. Texas El Paso up 6. He's going to try and scramble. And he's sacked.
They simply have too much speed for this offensive line. They're just too quick off the ball.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Throws it to the outside. Stays in bounds and made a nice catch. What a throw for a big gain.
That is a great example of the quarterback seeing the whole field and finding the guy who had the best chance of making a catch.
Here's the handoff, and he's taken down for a loss.
You're not going to see this very often from this running back. He just got gobbled up pretty deep in the backfield.
Second down and 14. Ball on the 45. And it's caught, and he's brought down quickly. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. He's tackled at the 39-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
They come out in an empty backfield. They'll drop him for a loss.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11.
Texas El Paso is up by 6. They'll bring him down at the 43.
He's got to be tired. I mean, come on. Fumble ball.
Another 3rd down upcoming, and they've converted all 3 this drive. Throws it to the halfback on the screen. He's taken down around the 37-yard line.
Miss it.
The kick is up. It's got the distance.
Yes.
And he missed it off the upright. And it's off the upright, no good. And it hits the upright, no good.
Well, that's just unlucky. It looked pretty good from here.
There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing.
Throws complete, and he's hit right away.
Definitely hit the wrong button there. I should have gone picked.
That'll make it 2nd and 4.
He's scrambling. He might not be able to get the pass off. And they push him out at the 45. It's third down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Fires out to his wideout, and down he goes at the 46.
One more play. Let's go. Let's go. One more play. Yeah.
So an empty back. Field with 5 wide receivers. Catches it, and he's looking for more. And they make the stop around the 14-yard line. Well, the third quarter's in the books, and you have to wonder if either defense is going to make a stop in the fourth. UTEP's lead is 6. Back to the action here. Tight ball game in the fourth quarter. He's got it, and we're all tied up. That was a big, big score, and it makes it a one-possession game, but we've still got a lot of football left. They'll try to tack on the extra point that will take the lead. He makes the PAT. So a 5-play, 63-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
This quarterback has really demonstrated a tremendous amount of ability and leadership today. I'd be very surprised if he didn't continue to play well.
So our score, 28-27. Edwards has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. Makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line. Well, a close game. They're behind here in the fourth quarter, but they've got a chance to take the lead. Over the middle to his tailback. Tackle around the 30-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 11 yards. That makes it first and 10.
Oh,
Got an opening. He's to the 40. Makes it out to about the 49.
That's good for a gain of 19 yards. First down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Mark 96, Mark 96.
this defense.
They'll wrestle him down in the backfield.
Holiday also 4 yards on the play. That brings up second and 13.
What the hell is going on here?
Second and 13 coming up here. Ball on their own 45. Off play action. Now he's on the move. And he's taken down at the 44-yard line.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. That'll bring up third and 2.
tackles him hard at the 43-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 1 yard. That'll make it 4th and 2.
Looks like they've decided to go for it here. Tackle made right around the 22-yard line.
That's a gain of 21 on the play. First down.
Makes it to the 5.
That's good for a gain of 17 yards. That makes it 1st and goal.
They try to get a head start there.
Ball starts. Offense.
Once you're set, you've got to stay that way. The slightest flinch is going to be enough to draw the flag.
It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Gets it. He's in space. Knocked out of bounds around the 4-yard line.
Well-designed route and a confidently thrown football by the quarterback. You need those things to make any offense work.
He's on the run. And he can't get away from the pressure.
That is a loss of 1 yard. That makes it 3rd and goal.
Touchdown! And now they're winning this ball game. So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion.
I felt it too.
He's in for the conversion. They line up to kick this one away. He just drills this one. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. Things aren't tied, but they might as well be. It's this drive that could really dictate. And he's tackled right around the 38-yard line.
If you're the defense, who do you try to cover this guy with? He's too fast for most linebackers. He's too big for most corners. You have to rely on your safeties, who generally aren't very good in one-on-one coverage.
Now he's scrambling. Caught out in the open. Brought down at the 44. He lets it
No.
fly. The defense got some pressure and forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little bit more aggressive here with their pass rush, and that time it paid off with an incompletion.
Third down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Taken down as he works the left for a nice game.
I'm working on it, CV. I'm working on it.
Makes the catch, and look out. He's tackled at the 45-yard line.
Couldn't make him miss.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Nice run, and he's brought down. Sack. There's sack number 4.
Well, he's being forced to make really quick decisions because he doesn't have any time to throw the ball. That's going to lead to turnovers.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long.
Wait, that dude's balling.
They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. He scrambled. He's at the 40. They'll bring him down at the 39. The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers. Quick out to his receiver. Touchdown saving tackle, but it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Five wide. Got it to his man on the screen. He's taken down around the 2-yard line. It's the 11th play of the drive. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And down he goes at the 1.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
This is where the defense makes a name for themselves. It's 3rd down and goal from the 1. They put everyone up on the line. He gets another carry, and they make the stop at the 1-yard line.
No gain. That brings up 4th and goal.
Gets another handoff. Here's the PAT to tie this thing up. And he converts the extra point.
Computer cheeses me.
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 20. And he's tackled at the 27-yard line.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a 2nd time?
Here we are late in the 4th quarter in a very important and a very tight football game. And who's going to come to the forefront? We'll see who's got the most leadership. Makes the grab, and he's got the first.
Gain 13 on the play. That makes
Playing
it 1st and 10.
outside.
So the referee initially calls it a catch, but we'll get a second look at it here and determine if he was in bounds when he hauled it in.
And that play happened so fast that it was very tough to tell if he was able to get a foot down or not.
Clearest replay ever.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So after some discussion, the call on the field stands. from their own 40-yard line. First down. A little over a minute in the game. Throws this one out to the left. Almost intercepted.
That makes it second and 10.
Check three. Check four. Shift. Here we go.
Dumps it complete to the halfback over the middle. Tackle at the 45.
Easy. Over. Hey, run it.
He's going to try and scramble.
Easy. Tiger. Let's go. Easy. Omaha.
Just throws this one away. Third down, and they need to get it down to the 35. They spread the field in the gun with 5 wide receivers. Fires to his receiver, first down. And he's taken down at the 32.
Man, that was such a good job of reading the coverage and knowing where his receivers were. Any coach in the country would be thrilled to see that kind of composure, especially on third down.
From the 32-yard line, first down.
Here we go.
Out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
That brings him second and 5.
And this play is number 8 on the drive. Just to get him to think a little more about it, they're going to call a timeout. And here we go. This kicker has a chance to be a hero. They'll try to ice him with a timeout here. The kick is up, and he just drilled it from long range. If they field the kick here, a touchdown return is their only chance at victory. Excellent kick. He's to the 10. He's tackled at the 17. This is the chance. Late in the fourth quarter, they're behind, but they've got an opportunity now to come back and win it. So this is it right here. One last play and one last chance to win the game. If they can get the Hail Mary, they'll pull out the miracle win. He goes downtown. Tackle made right around the 44-yard line. This one's in the books, and our final score, 38-35.
38. And the Bulls, 35.
Thanks for joining us for another game of NCAA Football 14. For Kirk and everyone here at EA Sports, Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
did it to my own self though. 5 picks. Stupid try to went with the punt, fumble, hit me in the head. That couple mistakes. I'm gonna fall the 2. That shit. Look at this. I think UTEP's got Memphis. Yeah. I need some help. I need some help by Memphis. I get to play old T. Scott, get revenge. He gets revenge on me. Game that we shouldn't have lost. We screwed that one up. But is what it is there. And this one I really want back. We sucked. Let's see here. Let's gonna. God, could have won a conference. Would have won a come down to the last game. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Alright, he will probably return. Oh, these guys look good. McPherson returns, I think. That's the only one I'm really worried about, McPherson. Returns. He's been hurt. Probably freshman All-American. And I'm excited for Haas. Offense should be pretty good again next year. Should really take a run at it. But thanks for tuning in.